What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun, and joining me as always is my partner in crime, Mr. Conor Lawler.
Hello. I do not have any bits, as usual.
Good. I do the bits around here. Only I may dance.
Only I may dance. I'm excited though this week, because last week I did the Riddler, and I find Hero or Zeros, they take a lot out of me. I put a lot of effort into it, and this week I'm happy to sit back. Do you remember the old days when we got to sit and look at each other, and I got to put my feet on the desk and just lie back with my microphone on my chest as you talk to me?
Consistently, you'd always do that when it was my turn.
Completely fucked the audio, but my God, was it comfortable?
Oh, moving around the whole time.
Shuffling. Sure, I have to get comfy, Shaun.
You're like an iPod.
So, Shaun, it is your week, and I'm excited to hear who you've done, because it's probably going to be Marvel. It's probably going to be like a shit Marvel character, as all Marvel characters are.
No. But he's getting me back for last week when I called DC shit.
And you insulted Little Dicky at least twice.
I did, and at most 40 times when you weren't listening.
Shit. So please, take it away.
Well, Conor, last week we had announced there was a PlayStation announcement, and in that we learned that we're getting Spider-Man Miles Morales for PS4. Now,
as in, like, is that like a DLC of the Spider-Man for PS4, or is it its own game?
It's its own game, and you play as Miles Morales, which also, side note, is genius, because now he has a reason to not have powers at the start. And, like, you level up and get better, you know?
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
So I thought I'd go back to the world of Spider-Man, because I've already covered Miles Morales. And
you've already done a half-arsed report on him ages ago. Let's get on to new characters.
So I decided to do, it's the character who's also in Spider-Man PS4. I've decided to do Black Cat.
Oh, see, now, I know nothing about Black Cat, so this will actually be very interesting. The only thing, Black Cat is in the 90s cartoon?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's all I know of her.
She's also in, like, Spider-Man PS1.
I don't think I even played... Oh no, was that the one where you start off and the voiceover man is, like, telling you what to do?
That's Spider-Man PS2, I think.
Oh, right. Okay,
but yeah,
enough.
I gotcha. It might be both. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this report on Black Cat, a.k.a. Felicia Hardy.
Ooh.
So, in her early life, Felicia Hardy's father, Walter Hardy, was a world-renowned cat burglar who, before his arrest, encouraged her to never settle for second best.
They told me it was Catman!
Good start. So he used an example. If she loved basketball, she should work to become a basketball player and not just a cheerleader. Now, I would argue a cheerleader is an athlete all on its own and requires a very different skill set.
Respect the craft.
Respect the craft. Now, moving on, she grew up. During her freshman year in college, she had gone to a party and was nearly raped by a drunken student in a bathroom.
Oh, shit.
But she was saved by another student named Ryan, and the two became close friends. Felicia and Ryan ended up spending most of their time together, until one night Ryan demanded that it was time for their relationship to become physical.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, no.
Felicia's protests were in vain, and hating the idea of becoming a victim, she decided that she would murder her rapist despite the consequences.
Wait, did she murder Ryan or the original rapist?
Ryan.
Oh, fuck. But, I mean, Ryan, you lived long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Ryan is your classic nice guy.
Yeah, classic nice guy. You owe me something because I saved you.
So she put aside her studies and she began training in various fighting styles and acrobatics. After months of preparation, she set out for revenge. But before she could find him, Ryan was killed in a drink-driving accident.
Oh, fuck. That's a really good origin.
It's, like, harrowing.
Yeah, but now you have all this pent-up anger, aggression and skill with nowhere to put it.
Exactly. And I'm exactly getting onto that now.
Yeah.
So, furious that she was denied the chance to steal the life of the man who had stolen hers, and feeling reckless, Felicia decided to utilise her new skills to follow in the footsteps of her father. After having been arrested, Felicia was freed from prison by the Black Fox, her father's mentor, who took Felicia as his new pupil.
Okay.
After amassing a fortune in stolen items, Felicia just chose to adopt a costumed identity. She first donned the Black Cat costume in order to break her father out of prison. On the same night, she met Spider-Man. Despite her antipathy, despite
homeopathy, the water cure. What are you looking for?
Despite the fact that she didn't feel anything towards men,
apathy.
Apathy? Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is Felicia... the first time I've helped you read. This is great.
So Felicia felt a kinship with the lone hero. Spider-Man was the first man she felt she could trust, and she grew to love him.
Oh, but what did he do? Was it just Peter Parker being Peter Parker?
Yeah, he's just a nice, decent person.
Okay, fair enough.
So Felicia looked for a way to earn his trust and continued with the Black Cat persona as a misguided attempt to attract his affection.
See, she's getting the wrong kind of attention.
That's it. You don't like it. Not all attention is the attention you're looking for.
No, if he arrests you, he will have to hold your hand to put it in handcuffs. But I don't know if that's romantic.
No, I don't think so.
No.
However, even in her misguided attempts, she was still cunning enough to fake mental instability when she was eventually captured, ensuring that she would be housed in a less secure facility.
And that she can just break out of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when she was released, Felicia initially agreed to go straight for Spider-Man, and the web-slinger had his friend on the force draw up amnesty papers for her.
Right.
So this will be like, okay, you have a clean slate, just be good, you know?
Because Spider-Man, he's in love with her back?
Not quite yet.
Is it just a case of Peter Parker's a nice guy and he wants the best for this person who's had a tough life?
Exactly. He can see, oh, look, this is a good person in front of me. They've just been dealt a shitty hand. However, the Black Cat decided to pull one last big score.
Oh, not the one last big one. No.
One more job.
No, this is probably going to end well and she'll go off in the sunset.
Ooh, well.
Ooh.
She attempted to manipulate Spider-Man into joining her life of crime. He tried to capture her again, but Felicia seemingly flung herself to her death rather than go back to jail.
That's a power move. That's a power pose to fling yourself to death.
Ironically, Spider-Man's friend on the police force arrived with the now useless amnesty papers shortly after.
Oh, the timing! The timing! It's very Peter Parker. It's a very Peter Parker scenario.
To just have everything is about to be grand.
Yeah,
and then
just 2 more minutes.
It's fucked.
2 more minutes, but no. Harry's gotten weird. He's making fucking omelettes? Fuck's sake.
Doing flips.
Doing flips.
The Black Cat finally found the opportunity to prove herself. To Spider-Man to be like, oh, I'm good. I'm a good person. After learning that the Kingpin controlled the detonator to an incredibly powerful bomb. So a character called the Owl planned to use the weapon to hold New York City hostage, and Dr. Octopus planned to use the weapon to destroy the city altogether.
What was the guy's name?
The Owl.
Who?
Oh, very good. Very good. Very wise, Conor.
Oh, good. I've turned my head 360. Okay, go on.
I eat mice.
I don't know anything else. I like barns.
Tawny?
Tawny's one.
But the Black Cat was able to use her abilities to steal the detonator and protect it from all parties. She gave the detonator to Spider-Man and became the target of Doc Ock's revenge.
So she's doing all this now because she's like, okay, I did the one last big job, but this is me just putting it all out there, Peter. I'm a good person.
Yeah, I can do good.
Okay.
We can be together, kind of a thing. So, Although Spider-Man was able to tear off the mechanical appendages, Doc Ock was still able to mentally control them and hold the Black Cat back while his men opened fire.
What?
So he held her in place, and a squad of dudes just shot the shit out of her.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Yeah. So Spider-Man barely got her to the hospital in time. And as they operated on...
Hang on. Look, I was already mourning. Okay, let's be honest here. But there's no fucking way a firing squad fired many bullets at this woman, and she's like, "Oh, I'm still breathing like in the movies. Tell my mother I said hi." If you have a firing squad, they normally do the job, Shaun.
Well, Conor, I haven't said she recovered.
Oh, thank God. They're not stormtroopers, is what you're telling me.
No, not at all.
Right? We just fired in a big circle around her.
And then the roof collapses because they shot exactly around.
Of course.
So Spider-Man barely got her to the hospital in time, and as they operated on the dozens of bullet and knife wounds, Peter realised just how much he cared for Felicia, eventually starting to love her.
But, I mean, picked a good
time, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got timing's everything, really, in a relationship. And to me, if she's got dozens of bullet and knife wounds, that's too many bullets and knife wounds. That's almost dozens too many.
Yeah, dozens implies more than 12.
More than 24.
Well, that's true, because that would only be a dozen and a bit then.
Yeah.
It's more, so, after Felicia recovered, they began
she just walked it off. She just walked it off. She's like, that was a tough day at the shooting factory.
Glad they took all the bullets out.
I'm really glad all those knife wounds healed. My God, the knife wounds, they didn't affect her as much because they were still already in the bullet wounds. And so the bullet kind of took all the enemy. Look, it's a whole situation.
All that happened there is they dulled the tip of the knife when they stabbed it in.
Have you ever seen the episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns has all the diseases but none of them can kill him because he can't get him nowhere? She's got so many bullet and knife wounds that they can't kill her.
So after she recovered, they began a relationship. And soon, Peter revealed his identity to her.
Has he... Is she only the second person he's done that to, other than maybe MJ?
He hadn't met MJ at this point.
Oh, right, Jesus.
Yeah, this is early on.
Yeah,
I think Gwen Stacy's dead.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe Gwen. Yeah, Gwen was first.
Yeah. So Felicia had great difficulty accepting the fact that Peter was just a man beneath the mask, and she couldn't understand his need for a civilian life. Peter was hurt, but continued the relationship since it was the first time he didn't need to hide his life as Spider-Man.
Right, so she kind of resents the fact that he just lives a normal life.
Yeah, it's like, why would you want a normal life when you could be Spider-Man?
Because you are Spider-Man, yeah.
So after her, they call it a near-death experience, which many people would call dozens of bullet and knife wounds.
To be honest, that's about as near to death as you can get without actually dying.
That's like, hello death, can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Yeah, like, they've shook hands, they've had a few chats, but at the same time, I may go, I still I'm after leaving something in the oven.
You understand, don't you?
Jade, you understand.
I've also left something in the oven. Continue.
Date's making banana bread at the start of this lockdown.
Date learned how to make sourdough. So after the near-death experience, Felicia feared that her lack of superpowers would make her a liability for Spider-Man. She was terrified that his overwhelming need to protect her would eventually kill him. So... this is getting very, very cliche here. No. It's going to get... So Spider-Man disappeared during a Marvel event called Secret Wars. And after he disappeared, Felicia sought out a way to make herself Spider-Man's equal. After being rejected by the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, Felicia was offered an opportunity to undergo a process similar to that used to create the Scorpion.
Oh no. No.
Only after the process was complete did Felicia learn that the power came from the Kingpin.
Oh, look. That's not great. Also, we can't overlook the fact that feckin' the Fantastic Four turned her down. Everybody has been in the Fantastic Four at some stage.
Yeah, they'll just pull someone in. Like if Johnny Storm is sick.
Yeah, like everybody has been in the Fantastic Four. Also, you've kind of actually dodged a bullet there, because you'd have to actually work with Mr. Fantastic, and that's a fucking nightmare.
That's a fate worse than a near death.
Yeah, than becoming Scorpion 2.0.
So, I'll get into those powers in a little bit. Afraid of how Spider-Man would react, she kept her new abilities secret from Peter. The power that she got was a bad luck power.
What?
Yes. So the bad luck...
like the opposite of Domino.
Yeah, pretty much, except for other people.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh my god.
So,
does Peter Parker not already have that charm placed on him?
I know, yeah.
Is that double charm?
That's just his life.
Like, everything in his life always goes wrong anyway. He's like, there's no change here. Don't worry about it.
The bad luck power was infectious and began to permanently jinx Spider-Man, which was exactly the Kingpin's intent.
That is such... Oh, God. Very roundabout way of Kingpin. I mean, clever, but a bit fucking out there.
It's a bit comic book, to be fair. Feeling a wall of secrets growing between them, Spider-Man broke up with Felicia, which infuriated her, since she was just about to break up with him to protect him from the effects of her jinx.
Oh, no.
So, now, once they broke up, the effect didn't go away. So Spider-Man was still cursed. He eventually realised that something was amiss with his luck, and he enlisted the aid of Doctor Strange.
How bad do you think it would have had to get for Peter Parker to think there was a curse on him, other than the one he already had?
He'd have to, step in shit, get hit by a car, and have Uncle Ben die again.
And even then, he just shrugged his shoulders, just another day.
More of my
Ben
life.
Comes back. He's waving at him. I'm back, Peter. Bust straight over.
You love this next line.
Okay.
Doctor Strange determined there was a permanent bad luck aura around Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, that was before he did the test.
Yeah, I've seen this before. It's you.
Yeah, you're fucked, man. That's just my scientific knowledge. You're fucked.
Peter rightly connected the phenomena to Felicia, but unfairly assumed that she did it on purpose. He told Doctor Strange to remove the jinx. Despite Strange's warnings, it might have unexpected side effects on Felicia.
Okay, she's going to get bullet wounds again? I think she's going to be okay regardless.
Well, Strange's magic not only removed the jinx, but removed the bad luck powers from Black Cat in the process.
Oh, good.
Replaced by a heightened strength, agility, balance, vision, and retractable claws.
Fuck off.
So this is where this is how they give a regular person powers.
I mean, if there's any other example of comic book writer being replaced by another comic book writer, that might be the best example.
Yeah. It's suddenly all of this.
Suddenly, and then it all went away. She woke up and she was fucking Superman.
She was fucking savage, so she was.
Unbeatable. All of a sudden.
With her new powers, the Black Cat updated her look and her attitude and rekindled her relationship with Spider-Man.
Oh, her attitude!
Got a new attitude.
Yeah.
She made peace with his need for a normal life as Peter Parker and stood by him while he was being accused of murder as Spider-Man.
Oh, well, look, that's pretty good. Also, she's now what? She's super fast, super strong, and has claws.
Yes, and also she's an amazing acrobat as well, naturally.
Oh yeah, so she probably doesn't need the advantages.
No, but heightened strength. I'll get into her strength in a little bit because it's ridiculous. Okay. Together, Spider-Man and Felicia, they tracked down the source of the elaborate scheme to frame him for murder and fought the mercenary known as the Foreigner.
Oh, I wonder where he's from.
Who knows?
Who knows? Could be anywhere.
Eventually, and you'll love this line.
Oh, and then,
just as his life seemed to be coming together,
the bad luck aura came back.
Spider-Man came home to discover Black Cat discussing her plans to ruin his life. He followed her to find out that she had never forgiven him for breaking up with her, and in revenge became the foreigner's lover.
What?
This is a fucking telenovela, and I love it.
Dios mío! Oh my god!
And yet, during the ruse, and despite her anger, Felicia began to fall back in love with Peter.
Jesus Christ! This is fucking it. Oh my god, Shaun.
In the end, the Black Cat double-crossed the foreigner and left for Europe to find a new life, which unexpectedly pushed Peter to find support and a new relationship with Mary Jane Watson.
You know, they literally just did the foreigner love angle because they wanted the comic book panel or else the comic book cover of the next issue that had like the foreigner holding her and Spider-Man going Dios mío in the camera.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Months later, the Black Cat returned to America to seek out Peter Parker and was devastated when she learned that Peter had married Mary Jane Watson.
But like, did she not try to ruin this chap's life?
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, like, and then she cheated on him. Well, she didn't cheat on him, but she was with the foreigner, even though he was fighting the foreigner, and the foreigner was trying to kill him. And now she's mad that he's with MJ.
Yeah, and not just mad. Angry and jealous, Felicia began harassing the couple, physically threatening Mary Jane.
Hey you, fuck you!
Fuck you.
Bobs back down into the bush.
So she physically threatened Mary Jane, and she taunted Peter as she dated his friend Flash Thompson.
Oh, not Flash.
Not Flash.
Oh, fuck's sake. And she's got super strength.
Yeah, like she's a super powered person.
Oh no.
So the Black Cat eventually moved past her feelings of anger and jealousy and became friends with both Spider-Man and Mary Jane.
Oh, but she never forgave him for breaking up with her, and so she married Foreigner again.
It comes up every so often.
Every so often.
So we're nearly there, Conor. I've about a page left.
Okay.
So, having grown tired of both her superhero and criminal activities, Felicia started to save money to retire. During this time...
What age is she?
She's like 29, 30.
Oh, okay, fair enough. In my head, for some reason, I thought she was like Peter Parker's age. So, like, 18.
Well, Spider-Man is 18, or late 20s, early 30s at this point.
Oh, yeah, so that was before they rewrote him again to be 18 again.
Yeah, this bit happened around the Superior Spider-Man section. So during this time, Dr. Octopus had switched bodies with Spider-Man and taken over his life.
As we all know.
As we all know, happens all the time. So when Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock, just remember that, when bumped into Felicia in the act of a robbery, he attacked her abruptly and left her to the police. Felicia's stolen treasures were repossessed and her criminal contacts broke all ties with her. After escaping, when Electro destroyed the prison, Felicia got a new costume and vowed to make Spider-Man pay for what happened to her, without knowing that the real Peter Parker had just regained the mask.
Yeah, okay, so it's, as usual, just a case of could have been solved by a post-it note.
Yeah, but it's going to turn into a whole thing. And this is one of my favourite Black Cat stories. Having become heartless and revengeful, Felicia set out to become a crime boss rather than a simple cat burglar.
Oh.
She formed an alliance with Electro and used him as an enforcer to establish some dominance over the underworld. Felicia then set her sights on Parker Industries, Peter's own company, which had begun developing a project for a new super prison. Felicia and
she's like attacking him in a different way.
Yeah, she's going to take down his company.
Oh no.
Felicia and Electro interrupted a Parker Industries press conference, drawing Spider-Man's attention and almost unmasking him in the ensuing confrontation. However, he was saved by a new ally, Silk. Black Cat and Electro then attacked a demonstration of a device that was meant to depower Electro, which it ended up doing.
Okay.
And then, after cutting ties with Electro, Felicia consolidated her role as a crime boss by assembling her own gang of superpowered villains.
Oh, so she's moved on from just being, like, she was a villain, but then she became a hero, and now she's like, I'm going to go back to the crime, but she's going to do it in a completely different way, because she's kind of learned from all of her mistakes to become, like, a crime boss.
Yes, exactly. And I like that, like, Electro loses his powers, and she's just like, okay, you're worthless to me now.
Yeah, fucking hell. So she's now just cold heart. Just don't give a fuck.
So later on, established as a major player in the underworld, Felicia bought the Bar with No Name, which is where all the baddies hang out in Manhattan.
Which is quite ironic of a name.
I know, I love it. And later she allied herself with Hammerhead to take down the new Spider-Man, which marked the beginning of a formal partnership, as Hammerhead eventually became the Muscle and second in command.
Right,
However,
okay.
Felicia's position was soon contested by up-and-comer Diamondback, who initially tried to get into business with Felicia, but later fatally injured her after she refused. Felicia was saved by the Defenders and treated in a hospital, from which she fled after waking up.
And so she's saved by the Defenders, so that's Daredevil and all the gang.
Yes, and after this, she works with Spider-Man to take down her rival, Lee Price. But yeah, she's not doing it in a good nature kind of thing. She's doing it so her rival gets taken down. Yeah, but because she worked with Spider-Man, her entire empire dissolved. No one wanted to work with her.
What? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so now she just said fuck it, and she's operating as a vigilante and burglar. And she just does what she feels like doing.
Which is probably the best version of that character.
Yeah, and it's she also, she's not bound by, like, early on it was like, oh, I love Spider-Man. That was her, like, thing. But now she's her own person, and she'll steal what she wants. If she sees bad things happening and she decides to take an interest, then she'll do it.
It goes without saying, but Catwoman, like, the similarities are pretty much endless in regards to these two characters, that they started off as, like, the love interest, and then they become their own character who just do whatever the fuck they want. They're just a lone wolf, if in a weird way, because they're both cats, but they're a lone wolf in just that, like, they'll just do whatever they want at that moment. They could be on the side of good or bad depending on the situation.
Yeah, I really like that. And the similarities between Catwoman, you'll see that I'm about to go into her powers and abilities.
Okay.
So this is the one thing that's quite intrinsic to Black Cat. She has psychokinesis, so she can affect luck. So the Black Cat's original bad luck powers came from cybernetic enhancements to Felicia's body, namely a quantum probability pulsator that causes bad luck to other people.
Of course.
This power allows her to subliminally affect probability fields, which would cause improbable, though not impossible, events of bad luck to occur to enemies within her line of sight.
Do you think when they were writing that they had to use a whiteboard to, like, write down all the rules and regulations of this weird fucking power?
Yeah, like, you have to be looking at them, you have to be feeling the right way.
Yeah.
As the Black Cat grew ruthless, her bad luck powers became more effective. The power also affects magic, giving Felicia some protection against magical spells.
Okay, that's a good power to have.
She also has claws. She has the ability to extend her nails into sharp claws. She's an expert thief. She's skilled in stealth, picking locks, escapology, evading alarms and cracking safes. She's an Olympic-level athlete. She has reflexes, agility and stamina of an Olympic-level acrobat and is capable of many exceptional feats. And she's also a skilled martial artist. She's even been able to take on Sabretooth and win.
Fucking hell, and he would be classified as a very strong character in the X-Men world.
Yes, he's an assassin in the comics. So he's pretty good at what he does. So currently she's using a costume made by the Tinkerer, which enhances a lot of her natural abilities beyond normal human levels. So she has peak human strength, enabling her to lift up to 800 pounds with maximum effort. Superhuman speed. She can sprint at 40 miles an hour.
Well, can't we all? So
I know.
Join the back of the queue.
Superhuman agility, and it also has equilibrium earrings, which boost her ability to balance.
Fucking hell, so that's all perfect for the world that she's in, which is of course what you'd need. But also her and Spider-Man in a fight would be fascinating, because of course he has spider senses. But if she has that speed and agility and balance, she could also dodge just as much as he could.
Exactly, yeah. And she also has electromagnetic contact lenses, which allow her to see various ranges of the spectrum of light, so she can see infrared and UV.
Right, okay.
And she has a mini grappling hook, which she can use to make tight ropes or swing from buildings and all the rest.
So she's basically designed to be the perfect thief.
Yeah, pretty much. And going on to the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system then. A durability of 2, energy projection of 3, fighting skills of 3, intelligence of 2, speed of 3, and strength of 4.
But we've said before, 3 is peak human.
Exactly, yeah. And 2 as well is the 2 for intelligence is the one that jumped out at me. But I looked into it. That's quite smart.
Right, okay. They're very gracious because it's out with 7 for some reason.
Exactly, yeah. Which we'll never understand.
We'll never understand.
But that is my report on the Black Cat, Conor.
I thought that was very good, Shaun.
Thank you. It's a character people don't know a huge amount about, I think.
Well, I will admit that I had basically no involvement with the Black Cat. I knew of her. But in regards to just even knowing anything about her backstory, I had no idea.
She's definitely gotten a lot cooler as she's progressed, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to take us out, Shaun? Or no, I'll take us out.
Well, I've been doing all the talking.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, alright. So, if you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Here's for Hire podcast, Shaun.
Yes, that's it. You've done it.
That is it. We also, you can like and review us on iTunes. That would really help us out. You can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. We are Here's for Hire Pod, at Here's for Hire Pod on Twitter, Here's for Hire Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And most importantly, you can just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one.
Just the one. So, I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.